Hi, Keycap fans. I'm the PC Expert Amateur, and this is the review of the Timseker love-themed 153 Keycap Cherry and MX set for 61, 64, 68, 75, 84. Oh, sorry. 87, 104, 108 ANSI key layout. And this is the very generic, well, not generic, but um, it doesn't really give you any information. Even the this thing is useless. It just says Cherry JZTL1, and that is not anything that helped me to find it after I ordered it and received it. I was like very, very confused trying to find it from the donor site. So yeah, but it's the brand is Timseker. I highly doubt that Timseker actually made them. I suspect that Timseker actually purchased this from another company, and then as so often happens, it's made by one company and sold by another company. And it does come with this, which is a keycap and switch puller. I'm not sure what that part is for. Maybe it's just for me to do that. Uh, I highly doubt it though. So this is actually two, and you just slide this over the switch and pull it out like that. So there are three trays of keycaps. Each tray has its own cover, which I'm really pleased with because previously I've gotten stuff where I try to look at it and things fall out and stuff like that. But this is the first part. Hoping I can show you that properly. So it's kind of a love theme to it. There are lots of hearts, and the font that they've chosen makes reading some of it a little bit challenging, like especially up here on the function keys, because everything's inside of a broken heart. It's a little bit confusing for some of the numbers to read them. It's F1, F2, F3. They actually use an F, but it's a little bit hard sometimes to read the numbers. So I found that kind of obnoxious. I understand that they wanted an interesting looking font. That's all fine and well, except for they also made the font a bit too small, which makes it harder for a lot of us who have to wear glasses. If we're not wearing our glasses, I can't. All I see are blurs. There's no way I can read the font. It's so small and it's so unusual. It's not exactly a love theme, although there are lots of hearts and broken hearts. There's also a martini glass over here, and there's a star over here, and a cross over here, and a plate with a heart on it with a fork and a knife. So it's a little bit uncertain. The description or the the description just mentioned black and blue. It didn't mention the theme. So I'm not really sure. I just decided, since there are so many hearts. I mean, here's the second tray, and you can see lots of hearts again, and broken hearts, and a camera, and some other stuff. So I mean, it does all kind of tie in. Although I would say that a martini would be a stupid thing to have on a date, unless you're an alcoholic and you're going out with another alcoholic. In which case, I would say, get into a 12-step program, because you're going to screw up your life. Yeah, but most of these things, there's an old record, an LP, there's some music. There's a there's a heart. There's a heart with horns. And some other stuff that just, I don't know. Love letter. So yeah. So I think it's a very interesting looking set. And let's see the third one now. Lots of keys without any characters, just, these interesting looking things on it. So if you're a touch typist and you don't actually need your keyboard to show what each key does, I mean, this gives you plenty of opportunities. There's more hearts and heart martini glasses and hearts on paper clips and um, vinyl records and camera, all kinds of stuff on here that you can choose from. It's very interesting looking. I think they should have used more than just two colors, personally. Or well, not two colors, three colors really. There's the light blue, the black, and then there's a little bit of white. It's not very frequent, but yes, there is white. Um, so yeah, I don't know. What do you think about this set? Do you think that this set is something that is worth getting? Is it something that you think is, I don't know, not well enough designed, or you just don't care for the motif or whatever it is? I'd like to know what your thoughts are on it, if you don't mind. I know I'm imposing on your time and everything like that, but you can just put a comment down there saying great, stupid, or whatever. A one word comment is better than nothing at all. And always appreciate it if you want to write a sentence or two about this set. But yeah, it's I don't know, have anything else really to say about it, because there's really not a lot you can say. I think this is dye sublimated. Yeah, 5-sided dye sublimation is what they used, and it's the backside is the plus sign posts, or the plus posts. So if you don't have that kind of keyboard, you won't be able to use these until you get yourself a different keyboard. I personally keep on hoping every time I order that I'm going to get a keycap set that lets light come through, either the characters themselves or everything but the characters. Because when I'm playing at night and I have my lights off, and sometimes there's a key I don't press very often, and I can't find it because it's not like within the normal range of where my hand is for gaming with one hand and on the mouse. I just keep on hoping for that, and it just doesn't seem to want to be something that comes up when I search. So, yeah, but let me know what you think. I know I already said that, but I'm hoping you'll actually do it. Thanks for watching, and have a great day.
I need to ask for your help. Things have been challenging. Whose life hasn't been challenging lately? So if you can please help me out by liking, subscribing, sharing, commenting, and turning on notifications, that would be really, really super. Also, if you'd like to help me financially and you can't afford to, you can do a super thanks on my Glenn's Fast Reviews channel, or you can become a member there. Or if you prefer, you can go to patreon.com/GLENNMII and become a member there instead. Also, I'd like to give a shout out to Bleeping Computer for their support of my channel. If you need resources for computers, for getting rid of malware and learning about cybersecurity and stuff, Bleeping Computer, BLEEPING computer.com is a great resource. Thanks so much for watching, and have a great day.